Bitcoin is currently hanging on one of the most important levels of support in this entire trend, and on this video I'm going to be doing a deep dive about what this currently means for the Bitcoin price action right now. I want to be talking about the market temperature that is actually currently at bear market low levels, and clearly the market top, if we're looking at this chart, is not in yet. So I'm going to be discussing this, the very important historical month, what September means for Bitcoin, and many more important other charts that are telling us something about this consolidation phase, what is about to be happening next, the bigger trend, and many more important charts. So without any further ado, guys, don't forget to once again slam the like button. Back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated. So without any further ado, slam the like button and let me jump straight away in towards the content. So currently looking at Bitcoin, we are hanging on one of the most important levels of support, which is clearly 58,800, because this is the level where Bitcoin is bouncing from every single time. And this is going to be, in my opinion, also the most important level, because if we break below this box right here, we're going to be falling exactly below this green box right here. And if we break this green box here, which I have already said in my previous videos and many times on X, if we break this green box of support right here, we're going to be breaking one of the most important lows in the market. And at that point, we will be confirming a new lower low in the market. And if that were to be happening, I believe the continuation of the downtrend could be in play right here. And since currently, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, we are creating a massive downtrend right now here, and actually have just confirmed literally another lower low in the chart right now here. Bitcoin is just in a trend where it is creating lower highs here on the top side, and it's creating lower lows on the lower side. And why wouldn't this continue, since we right now also confirmed a lower low on the top side? And if we then also confirmed a break below the previous low in the market, if that will be happening, it is going to be likely that Bitcoin then is going to be seeing another big move towards the downside. So that is exactly what we're looking at right now here. And that is why I would say to everyone out there, if Bitcoin breaks below this green box right here, I believe that we are going to be ever so slightly screwed. So it is going to be an important level for Bitcoin to be holding on towards. And on the imminent short term, you're going to be looking at this level, the 58.8k, and on the bigger perspective, you're going to be looking to 57.7k all the way up to 58.3k. But I am not saying that we are going to be breaking down. No, I'm only saying we should be worried if we do have a breakdown, because if we're currently looking at Bitcoin, anything can still happen. I mean, the funding rates are currently extremely negative, not only on Bitcoin, but also on many other altcoins. And that basically means that the market is heavily getting shorted. And usually on such kinds of moments in the time, we have a very great opportunity to actually accumulate more Bitcoin. And if we're just looking at the current market temperature and at the fear and greed index and how overheated the market currently is, Bitcoin is literally trading around all-time highs, and the market is not even overheated. There's not even FOMO in the market yet here. So things are actually still looking very great. And this is only showing us that the most upside is most likely still yet to come. And it is a very, very, very bad time to be fading the market. And honestly, usually over the course of the summers, Bitcoin tends to be very boring. But I want to be pointing out is that currently the summer is about to be ending and we're about to be entering September. But September has historically speaking also not necessarily been a very great month here. Out of the last 12 months of September, only 3 months of those have been green, and they've been only ever so slightly green. So important to be paying attention towards it. Of course, after that we're going to be having October, which is said to be an extremely bullish month here. But yeah, really September is going to be probably quite a tough month for Bitcoin. But still, I believe that we're going to be in this consolidation phase, and maybe it's going to take another 4 weeks before we're going to be breaking out here out of this massive pattern we are of course creating, because Bitcoin is creating a big consolidation phase, and we're just waiting to see whenever the breakout is going to get started, because whenever the breakout is going to get started, that is the beginning point of that next exponential rally towards the upside. So I'm going to be closely monitoring this here, and for the imminent short term, it are just going to be two levels that we should be paying attention towards, and that is of course the level I just mentioned earlier, around that $57,000 level, and the $61,000, which is of course this very important level of resistance here on the top side, where we got rejected from more than 4 times in a row already. And yeah, really when we broke below it, we saw a big drop as well happening in the market. So this is going to be an important level to be paying attention towards. Also, I quickly want to be mentioning, yesterday we actually saw the second ever day of outflows on the BlackRock spot ETF here. So interesting to see that BlackRock has sold some Bitcoin, to be exact, only $13 million. And yeah, we have seen 3 consecutive days of outflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF. On the bigger perspective, it doesn't really matter. But of course, it's interesting to see that we're once again starting to see some outflows happening on the ETF here. So this data is usually whenever we're seeing big outflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF, it tends to mean that it is the bottom, and then whenever we see large record inflows, it usually tends to be the top here. So very interesting. This has at least been a trend that has been playing out for the last 3 months here. So yeah, if you are believing in this here, it could potentially reveal us a signal that the market bottom is almost in here. And yes, guys, if you still want to be trading Bitcoin on any of these very important levels or on any breakout that is going to become, don't forget to go to Bybit in the link description of today's video, because if you write a sign up account using this link in the description, guys, you will come to this page. And if you write a sign up account to this page right here on Bybit, you can claim a free $500 airdrop position on Bybit. And this is literally a free trade where $500 you can be opening up by only signing up an account using that link description of today's video. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. Extremely valuable, and I think you must check it out right now here if you are any interested in trading. So also, I was starting to do a little bit more of a deep dive in towards the daily candle, and that is actually that yesterday, of course, we had that big wick on the top side. First we were recovering, then we came down again here, but still, if you're just looking at the daily time frame right now, you can just clearly see that we're still in the middle of a compression. We're creating a downsloping resistance line. You could be approaching it from here, or you could be approaching it from here, and we're creating a clear upward sloping support line here on the lower side, and basically Bitcoin is starting to create a new compression phase. And yeah, if you're then creating that compression phase here, you can see that this compression phase can take much longer than we're already sitting in. So maybe another 11-12 days before the next breakout is going to be happening. But anyways, Bitcoin is just still consolidating, and to be exact, we're consolidating in this pattern right now for already over 187 days here. And honestly, to expect it's going to be lasting for another 40 days is only more than likely here. So especially with September usually really being still a boring month here, like we can see from the history chart, I mean, it would make quite a lot of sense that this consolidation phase is still going to be lasting for another 40 days here. And yes, if we're then also going to be looking about where we're going to be in 40 days, guys, in 40 days, we're going to be almost having the US election. And if we're doing a deep dive in towards the charts, we basically know that usually whenever we're having the US elections, we tend to see a big rally come afterwards. So yeah, in exactly 70 days from now on, in exactly 67 days from now on, we're going to be having the US elections. And probably after that, the markets are going to be settling down, and most likely are going to be seeing even more uptick in volumes, and probably we're going to be seeing the M2 money supply spike even more, which is correlated, highly correlated with the Bitcoin price action, because like you can see on this chart right now, the global liquidity, so the global money supply, is starting to massively increase here. And this is the most important chart for Bitcoin, because as more money is widely getting available, scarce assets like Bitcoin are going to be increasing in value. So this is very great to see, and usually after an election, they want to be, of course, pumping up the economy. They want to be, of course, stimulate the economy. They want to pump up the numbers, and they are going to be stimulating. So that is basically what is currently set to be happening, and that is why most likely after the US election, we're going to be seeing another massive Bitcoin bull run, despite Trump or Kamala getting elected. Of course, Trump would be a little bit more bullish due to the fact that he is a crypto pro president, but of course I do believe that anyway we are going to be seeing a massive bull market for Bitcoin in approximately 60 days from now on. So many people are saying we're creating a blow off top. No, we're not. We're creating just this massive consolidation phase here, which I think can easily extend for another 40 days here. And the longer the consolidation around this level right here, the more bullish I'm ultimately going to become here. And we're creating a massive, but not a single one, but a massive, the biggest pattern ever seen in history on Bitcoin, which is called this head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern, or you could call it a cup and handle pattern here. So great things are getting created on Bitcoin. Also on the monthly time frame, we're creating massive consolidation with another very bullish, strong month for Bitcoin, where we basically wicked all the way down here to $48,000 and now are trading around $60,000 again here. So strong getting over Bitcoin. These are the most important things I have seen here and discussed in today's video. So if you learned something from it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, slap that like button, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.